Real talk, they don't make them like Joy Reid. She was born brilliant. She matters in front of the camera and behind the camera. We need Joy's voice and powerful voices like hers now more than ever. Joy of the world.
Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all. However this finds you, I do hope it finds you well. I am not going to be on here for a long time, but I am on here for a flower giving time. That is because today we are diving deep into the story of a media powerhouse. Y'all, this one means so much to me as a former journalist. I respect and love Joy. Some may have believed that it was the end of an era, the end of the road for Joy Reid.
I'm back. Hey guys, it's Joy, and welcome to my house. I mean, literally, this is my house. This is actually my office that's actually in my literal house. And this place virtually is also Joy's house. And I just want to welcome you guys. I want to thank you all for subscribing at whatever level that you're subscribing at. You just being here means so much to me. And by the way, I think we're going to actually have a really good time here.
This isn't just about a show ending. This is about a woman who has consistently rewritten the rules, redefined representation, and stood firm in her truth. So let's break down why this matters, what we can learn from Joyanne, and how she has mastered the art of storytelling and building a brand of her own on her own terms. Who is Joy Reid? You knew Joy as the fearless host of the ReidOut, but let's take a step back. Joyanne M. Lomena Reid, born December 8th, 1968, in Brooklyn, New York, is not just a television personality. She is a political commentator, author, educator, and a force of nature. Her story is deeply rooted in resilience and ambition, with a father from the Democratic Republic of Congo and a mother from Guyana. Joy was exposed to a diverse cultural foundation from a very early age. She faced personal challenges, including losing her mother to breast cancer at the age of 17, which led her to move to Flatbush, Brooklyn, to live with her aunt. Even then, and in spite of, Joy was driven. She worked her way through Harvard University and graduated in 1991 with a focus on film studies. Trust me, the grit that it takes to pay your own bills and tuition at Harvard is no small thing. Joy started her journalism career in 1997 at WSVN Channel 7 in South Florida, transitioning from business consulting to storytelling. She briefly stepped away from journalism to work with America Coming Together, opposing the Iraqi War and President George W. Bush. But her calling in media and advocacy brought her right back. Joy became the managing editor of The Griot, as well a political columnist for the Miami Herald, and she ran the Reid Report, which was a political blog. By 2014, Joy had her own show on MSNBC, The Reid Report, and though it was canceled after a year, Joy didn't stop. Instead, she transformed, first as a national correspondent, and then as the host of AM Joy, which became a weekend staple on MSNBC. In 2020, Joy broke barriers as cable's first Black female primetime anchor with the ReidOut. She didn't just take up space. She owned it. Joy led critical conversations on race, politics, culture, and social justice, amplifying marginalized voices and delivering sharp and unapologetic commentary. Joy's voice isn't just heard through the screen. She's also a published author. Her books include Fracture, Barack Obama, the Clintons, and the Racial Divide, published in 2016, The Man Who Sold America, Trump, and the Unraveling of the American Story, published in 2019, Medgar and Merle, Medgar Evers and the Love Story That Awakened America, published in 2024. Joy's work isn't just about analyzing politics, but it is about telling stories that matter, stories that are often overlooked or buried beneath mainstream narratives or lies. And as if that wasn't enough, Joy also teaches at Syracuse University, where she pushes her students to explore race, gender, and the media. Joy has not only spent decades building her brand, but pouring into the next generation of storytellers. Every story worth telling comes with chapters of challenge, I know personally. And Joy, she is no exception. Over the years, she has faced backlash over controversial blog posts. Here's what sets Joy apart. She is accountable. Joy has apologized publicly and privately. She acknowledges her evolution, and she expresses genuine growth and regret. While some wanted to see Joy canceled long ago, MSNBC at that time stood by Joy and highlighted her growth and impact of her voice. It is unfortunate that that changed. That's a major lesson in brand resilience, y'all, right? Owning your mistakes, evolving, and continuing to show up authentically. It's rare, especially right now. On February 24th, 2025, the news broke that the ReidOut was going to be canceled. It was a gut punch to many. Joy's show was more than a news hour. It was a platform for truth-telling and a space where Black voices and others were prioritized. Despite the show's cancellation, everyone rallied around Joy. As well, she did not hide. She took to social media, and still does, to express her gratitude, acknowledging every emotion from anger to acceptance. Her statement, "My show had value," was a reminder that impact is not measured by airtime and ratings, but by influence. Supporters, including Win with Black Women, rallied around her, and while the ReidOut may be over, Joy Reid's influence is far from over. Its legacy. What are the lessons that we can learn from Joy about creating your own blueprint, your own journey? Here are 4 powerful pillars. First, reclaim your narrative. I say this again and again, almost in every video. Joy didn't allow for MSNBC or anybody else in media to define her story. She consistently challenged narratives, not just in politics, but also in her personal journey. 2, evolve and own it. When confronted with her past, Joy apologized and she pivoted. Her willingness to grow is the standard in brand integrity. Third, build community. Joy has always engaged with her audience, whether it is on Blue Sky or Instagram or even community calls. Joy doesn't just have followers, she has a tribe. Fourth, prepare for pivots. From the Reid Report to AM Joy to the ReidOut to whatever is next, it probably is launching as I speak.
Because I just think there are so many issues, like really serious issues that we need to deal with in this country, some of which are kind of uncomfortable to talk about, some of which are maybe a little bit like too spicy for mainstream media, but also are important because we are really at a critical time, obviously, in our country and in our history. And I know that you have a lot of thoughts on it. I have a lot of thoughts on it. And just, a little bit more about me. I'm a writer primarily. So this space is going to have a lot of written things. We're going to do a lot of visual things. I'm going to take you guys with me behind the scenes on some of the things that I'm doing out there in the world, whether it's public appearances or speeches or out on the book tour or whatever we're doing. I want to make sure that you guys get that information first, that this is the first stop to tell you guys what's going on in my world, but also trying to share what's going on in the world.
Joy has showed us how to pivot with purpose. Every step is deliberate. And now as she enters into this new chapter of her life, we know that it will be on her terms. These are the themes that are in the the Personal Brand Blueprint, I need you to head on over there and check it out and let me know what you think. Now more than ever, you need to define your narrative and make it good. Joy's story is still being written. As I said, I've pulled inspiration from Joy as a journalist. Joy has already transcended the anchor chair, and she is a cultural icon and a mentor to many. Whether it is through her writing, her teaching, creating new platforms, Joy will continue to be a voice of reason and resonance and truth and power. Joy is not done yet. Y'all, I told you I would not be on here for a long time, but for a flowers giving time. And I delivered. Be sure to share this with some of your guys or your girlies, like and subscribe. And as always, remember, until next time, you are capable of big things.